Ladies and gentlemen, the spotlight is on Sir Keir Starmer, and it's not looking pretty. With Labour's upcoming budget looming, Starmer has just sparked some serious backlash over his latest definition of working people. Some say it's confusing, others are calling it downright shambolic. But why has this seemingly simple statement lit such a fire? Let's dive in. At the Commonwealth summit, Starmer was asked if people who receive additional income, like shares and property, are considered working people. His answer: a working person is someone who goes out and earns their living, typically with a monthly paycheck, and isn't cushioned by extra assets. But then, Starmer's spokesperson stepped in. Turns out, he does believe people with a small amount of savings count as working people too. Confusing, right? Former Middlesbrough Mayor Preston didn't hold back on his reaction. Blasting Labour's performance so far, Preston called it, quote, shambolic. He's frustrated with Labour's lack of clarity on taxes, saying they've got to keep things simple and straightforward if they want the public's trust. Preston didn't just stop there. He pointed out that if Labour had been upfront with Britons about potential temporary pain from tax hikes, people might be more understanding. In a blunt prediction, Preston believes things are going to get even worse. He explains that Labour's popularity is plummeting because they've tried to sugarcoat or hide the full story behind tax rises. According to him, everyone in Britain is about to feel a little pinch, actually a big pinch, in the coming months. Preston's predictions didn't stop at just this budget. He thinks Starmer's approach could spell big trouble for the Labour Party, with dwindling support, especially among those new MPs with razor-thin majorities. The Labour ship is taking on water fast. And Preston doesn't even think Starmer will last 5 years as Prime Minister. Why? Because Labour seems to be walking a fine line between being vague and overloading people with information. Business confidence, consumer sentiment, even housing and retail sales are taking a hit because of this mix-up. So here we are. Labour, a party with a huge majority, facing public frustration, a lack of clarity, and a leader who might not make it to the end of his term. For many, it feels like the party they hope would deliver change is stuck in a cycle of mixed messaging and missed opportunities. What do you think? Is Starmer just struggling to communicate? Or are we in for even tougher times under Labour? Let us know in the comments.